Now we have IESE with Stephanie Khairallah presenting.
A proud Lebanese, my father had to leave his country when he was 17 years old because of the war. He went to the United States to study civil engineering with hopes that he could come back and rebuild his country. But every time he tried, the war burst again, and he had to seek a future somewhere else. When I was 17, living in Venezuela, the same thing happened. But for Asha, the future is different. Asha is a 12-year-old girl from Armenia. But unlike Lebanon and Venezuela, in Armenia, future will have hope. Hope will be restored after the war, and this will enable her to become the creative minds of the future that will lead this country. And it all starts with two people. The idea is called change committees. Change committees are pairs of citizens that ensure that the voices of their communities are heard, that resources are distributed among all, and that everyone's concerns are addressed. In the beginning, it starts with a single change committee. Two citizens who lead the country from the top to the bottom. But over time, we build more and more of these change committees, and eventually we have a country that is ruled from the bottom up. How do we do this? We do it in 3 stages: engaging, enabling, and empowering. In the engagement state, we build the first change committee. This will be formed by 2 women, one Moconist and one Boconist, who will lead the country through this stage. Why women? Because research has proved that women don't just split resources, they actually expand resources, while always keeping the community in their first priority. When they take power, these 2 women will secure emergency aid, and right afterwards, they will rebrand this nation, changing its name from Armenia to the United Nation of Conists. The main mandate of these 2 women will be to build hope incubators. Hope incubators are centers where people go through virtual healing therapy to get over the wounds caused by the war. The idea is for citizens to start interacting with each other and building a sense of community. While this is happening, the incubator is also collecting and analyzing data, and it is able to match people with leadership traits as well as complementary skills and form more of these change committees. The second stage is enabling. In the enabling stage, the focus is on infrastructure. We will have formed thousands of change committees by then, and they will lead the mega projects that will define this city. One of these projects is called the Unity Bridge. Besides representing a symbol of uniting the North with the South after terrible years, a lot of economic and social benefits will also derive from it. First, it will create jobs for the many unemployed. Second, it will be enabled with solar panels at the top that will allow to generate energy and lower the country's dependence on oil, while generating a cooler climate under it that will help foster agriculture. Third, it will be the main transportation artery between the North and the South, allowing us to move resources such as oil from the North to the South, and fish, for example, from the South to the North, thus allowing the country to exploit all its resources and allowing everyone to share them and enjoy them. But most importantly, along this bridge, we will build new communities. Communities with hospitals, with creative schools, and people will live there. In the third stage, the focus is pursuing innovation. And innovation, in 10 years, it can be anything. It can be brain liquid, or it can be space technologies. But one thing is for sure, that we have transformed this country. It's no longer governed by a single or two people, it's governed by many. And we moved from having low-skilled civilians to having creative intellectuals. And Asha has many opportunities. She can become a creative individual. But the one thing that is for sure is that it starts with two people. Thank you.
Thank you.